Well, there's going to be a lot to accomplish, and there's going to be a lot to build on too at the same time. Like these sports and what have you in the city. But we used to have, years ago, we used to have a football team that played for the city on a Saturday. And it worked out great. Then nobody made no money. There was no money involved, but it got okay. And there was no money involved. And them kids, we said, now we don't want to catch. Back then in LA, it was dope and smoking and everything else. If we caught them, any of them smoking, drinking, that was it. And I think that works. But anyway, that's beside the point. But I still think that sports that is a great healer. When you got trouble with kids or something, like you got to keep them busy or something.
I'll agree with you. That's a great idea. More football. 4 years, who knows what can happen, but at the same time, I think as we continue to unite this community, it's a great community, continue to build on what we got, solve some of the issues that we've talked about tonight, and I think we just continue in the positive direction. As you can see, I think you got some great candidates up here. I'd vote for any one of these guys, so, I don't think you have anybody to lose on who you vote for, so it's kind of exciting, neat that you guys, hope you vote for me, but at the same time, you've got great people to vote for up here. It's really cool to see.
4 years is a long commitment, but I hope that my main goal of running was to really reach out and help the community, one individual at a time if we have to. And I just want to close with the same thing about being dependable. Being dependable is accepting the full responsibility, follow through, and then stand behind every decision you make. And that's what I want to do, is put my mark on it, to stand behind everything that I've done, and I hope to see this town grow. Like I said, the projected growths that were on there from 1,000, we're at 1,700 or close to that now. But imagine, I want to grow. I want to see this town be something special, because it is to me, and I hope it is to each one of you, and it continues to be that.
I'm going to be very specific. One of the things I want to see within the next 4 years is a swimming pool. I think we've worked hard for it. I think our city can do it, and that's something that I would like to see. In addition to that, though, there's a lot of concern that, well, if we do that, then everything else has to suffer, and I don't believe that that's the case. I think that we can meet the needs of the community through creative thinking, through working through and really focusing on our most important needs. We can meet those needs and still provide the recreation opportunities for our kids that they need. And I want to make sure that, well, Enterprise kind of has an impression that it's an older community and that there's not a lot of kids here, but there are a lot of kids here. There's more kids now than there ever have been. And we need to provide those opportunities for the kids.
First off, I've got a bone pick with Lee. He never mentioned anything about 4 years. I thought it was 4 months. I must have misunderstood him. As far as where I think, for the most part, I would like to see Enterprise be within 4 years. I mean, just keeping it, I don't know, this answer may sound pretty basic, but I want to still be able to drive over the top of Cottonwood and say I'm home and be happy to be here and be happy to know that I was part of making Enterprise what it is. As far as, what that projection is going to be in 4 years, that's going to be up to every single one of us as far as members of the community to get out and to be involved, to go to City Council, to go to Planning Commission, let your voices be heard. That way, whatever Enterprise is in 4 years, I want to be able to look back and say I was part of that, but that's what Enterprise at that point is, exactly what our citizens want it to be.
Goodness, I'd like to see us, I love Enterprise. I like the way on Halloween I can walk around with my kids. I know whose house I'm going to. I'd like it to stay, but I also want to see some growth. I want to see that manageable growth that we can start bringing in some business, bringing in people. Good grief. I want to still be able to drive our four-wheelers around. I want to work on that. I want to find out who I need to talk to about when you're out driving in the mountains and you come to a road and there's that thing in the road and says this road is closed. I don't know if that's going to be anybody's job in the city council, but I'm going to find that out. Is that Adam? Adam! Stop it! I want to see a lot more recreation. I do have 2 young boys, and I want them to have the opportunity to, if it is a pool, if it's a splash pad, whatever it is, I want to see a lot more recreation come to our community. What we want. I want to find a lot more grants and funds. I want to learn how to do that, and I want to see what we can do to help support these things.
Yes, I think we're getting on the right path now that we're talking about this, and that's what it takes. A lot of talk and a lot of meetings and a lot of meetings to talk it over. That's the only way you're going to get it done. You can't go into a room and look at somebody and nothing's accomplished.